fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Junto. And well, quite a bit of things are going on for him. Now, in the last part, Deku, he has unveiled a machine he's been creating for the last couple years. At least one of them. Deku unveiled a Zeppelin, and everybody in his town were quite shocked and surprised to say the very least. This is a giant metal machine that's also somewhat how a balloon? It's strange. It doesn't have wings. It shouldn't be able to fly. And people were perplexed by it. Now, Deku and his forces, they did head out. As we do have Deku and Tuska, along with some other members of the Black Wolf clan, along with many other members of the nation's armies. Now, Deku, he's currently gone over everything with everybody. It will take the blimp a few days to arrive to their destination. However, he's already at least cleared the area and gotten solid ground set up in the desert. Now, with that being said, things do begin to start at least coming together and start operating a bit more smoothly. Everyone, they were quite surprised about this whole floating in the air thing without feeling like they are. It was quite weird. And many people, they sometimes forgot whenever they were occupied or preoccupied. However, if they were standing next to a window, or they just were able to see downwards, or feel a sudden shift in movement, they would immediately be re-alerted to the fact they're not on the ground anymore. Now, it was quite a bit of a trip, as we do actually have, let's see, about day 5. Now, people have been trying to get accustomed to this. And we do actually currently have Junto, who he's training and at least fighting against some members of the army. Many of these men, they've been stationed in places that aren't very fun. And well, right now, they have a chance to face off against many different people. They are trying to pass their time and stay preoccupied, and Deku, he does understand that. However, right now he's just staying around to make sure they all don't get too intense. Now, we do actually have where people are hosting an arm wrestling contest. Many different people are hosting boxing matches, and even hand-to-hand combat. Now, people are just lining up all around, and facing off against one another. As we actually do currently have Tuska, who she's sitting down at a table with other members of the Black Wolves, as all of them are at least having some conversations. Tuska going over the training that all the students are going over in the dojo, and talking about vast improvements, along with how even some do seem physically healthier now. That's quite good. What of Hasar? Hasar, he's making improvements. He's always been just like Father was, but I believe that he's currently at least doing better with his training. Perhaps one day I won't have to watch over him as much as I do. Yeah, you really should stop smothering that child. Smothering? I believe the right word actually would be spoiling. Hmm? Isn't that the same thing? No, I don't believe so. Now, somebody does get to say a few words. She's basically acting like his mother. Hmm? No, I'm not. I'm nothing like how my mother is. How she was. Hmm? You're the only family that boy has left. With the way you act around him, the way you spoil him, the way you talk to him, you're more like a mother than really a sister. Hmm. Perhaps one day whenever you have kids of your own, you'll understand. Of my own? Yes. Why? Did you look at your face? You just got so flustered. Now, she's gonna throw her hands down, talking about how she is not. Now, she's gonna look around the area, expecting that people might be staring at her. However, no one really is. Many people are focused on the arm wrestling contest that's currently being held, as you do have a large Oni man who he's currently at least using 2 fingers to arm wrestle, let's just say at least 4 or 5 different men, who they all do at least look to be in peak physical condition. Now, you do actually have 2 of the men go to activate strength magic, and the man his arm is still not budging, as all 4 of them do go to activate it. And the arm is still not budging. Now, you do actually have where the man, he does actually start to feel his arm buckle, as he does go throw it over and smash their fist down to the ground. As all of them, they do immediately feel bones in their arms crack. The man going to stand up and throw his arms up to scream. Now, you do actually have where one of the members of the Black Wolves do ask Tuska if she's not going to go over there and show them how it's actually properly done. No, I'm not. You understand our code. Besides, showing off to these men would all be too easy. Maybe. Speaking of men, however, you got quite flustered. Is there something on your mind? No, there isn't. Shut up. Maybe. Let me guess, you got a thing for the Lord. How did you? Please, girl, everyone has that. Besides, have you seen him? Now, we do actually currently have Junto. He is in the room, and he's currently looking at all the men who they've cracked their arms. All 4 of you, report to the infirmary, the infirmary, and get that all checked out. Healing potions, out of your pocket. Sir. No, sirs. All of you understood the risk whenever you arm wrestled, so this is your consequences. Now, the men do go running off, as Deku does go to turn his head looking back at the fighting match that's currently being held. Now, you do actually have where the man, he does go look straight at Junto. Sir, you don't want to arm wrestle? Deku looking towards the man. I'll pass. I see, so you're scared. Now, people, they all do immediately go to stop. Even the 2 men who were fighting in the ring, they stopped, as one of them, they got clocked across the face. And he did just go to look over his shoulder, or at least over his shoulder, to see the man who just called Junto scared. You know what? Maybe I will take you up on that offer. Now, you do actually have Tuska, who she does go to stand. I believe I should intervene. Somebody going to grab her by her wrist. I don't think so. Why not? You'll see. That man's been quite cocky since he's been on a streak all morning. I know that, but the Lord Junto, he can handle it himself. You know that for a fact. You just want to gain favor with him. That's not true. I've sworn an oath by the sword to... We all have. Now, the woman does go to sit Tuska down, informing her that she just needs to watch. Okay. Now, we do actually where Junto is going to sit down at the metal table. And he does at least try to think. Okay, if he remembers correctly, this table is made out of very, very solid metal. Even Onis should have difficulties breaking it. However, looking down to his right, he can see that there's a few dents in it. That's not fun. Now, Deku does go to bring up his hand. The man going to bring up his own. He knows for a fact that this guy's supposed to be the strongest man alive, so he does want to test that theory. Now, as the man is going to bring up his hand, you actually have Junto. He had his hand open to a fist, as he did just close all of his fingers, and only his middle one did remain up. What is this? It's a fair fight. Are you serious? A fair fight? Don't patronize me. Now, Deku does going to bring his hand up, as he does going to say a few simple little things. Bark, 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 calling the man out. The man looking at Junto quite pissed off. Now, the man does going to bring up his fingers and wrap them around Junto's middle finger. As you do actually over a man, he does step forwards and say begin. Now, as it is happening, you actually have the man who does go to immediately activate strength magic, as he does go to try and move Junto's finger down. Now, the man does try with all his might, as people do watch as his muscle does start to bulge out of his arm, and even multiple veins do become visible. Now, the man is trying his hardest. As we look over Junto, he's still just sitting there with his finger. Are you even trying? You don't patronize. Deku just throwing his finger down to his left. As the man's fist is smashed into the table, and he does actually break the table in half. As Deku does go to open his hand, and the man he does go to bring up his arm, which is currently broken. Fuck. You're paying for both of those. Now, I really do go to cheer on their lord. As you do actually have Tuska. She's, well, surprised by that. That strength, that power. Yes, it's quite impressive, isn't it? Very much so. Do you know how strong that man was? I've heard a few rumors, but apparently he's supposed to be, well, a commander for the nation of the Onis. A commander? Yes, we all know what that means. He's just below the king of the Onis himself, or at least a few steps below that, meaning that you wouldn't even be able to harm him. Wait, he's so much stronger than me? But he still dismantled him. Now, Tuska does try to think. She needs to continue to train more. She has to get stronger. Now, we do actually have a few of the Black Wolf clan members that are around Tuska. They all do at least go to start talking to each other, as Tuska does hear a few things that she really wish she hadn't. Since one of them started talking about something involving a bicycle, and well, she did not really want to listen to the rest of that. Now, with that being said, Junto, as people do at least still continue on with their training and, well, their games against each other, he does actually go to stand up this time, as he does tell everybody that in 1 hour he's going to be briefing everybody on exactly what's happening in the territory they're heading to. And if any of them do miss the meeting, they will all be informed by either companions or comrades. Now, as Junto does say that, he does go to leave. As we actually have Tuska, her going to stand up as she does inform her family that she'll be taking her leave now. Go get him, Tiger. Now, they do start to laugh, as Tuska she does go to, well, chase after Junto. Quite literally. Now, with that, we do actually have 1 hour later, where Tuska, she's been chasing around Gento and staying by his side, as he hasn't really spoken a lot. The man that she met in the cave, he seemed to be so different from right now. He seemed a lot more relaxed than this one. However, he was at the same time focused. This Junto in front of her right now, he's serious. He's stern. He's, well, determined. There's an unknown amount of things in his actions that she doesn't understand completely. But at the same time, they're just so, well, robotic, you could say. Now, Deku, he does lay out everything, as people are standing in front of him. And Deku does go to bring up his hand, as all of them, they do go to take a knee. Alrighty. The city we are heading to. It is one of 3 possible territories. Now, people do go to look up at him quite confused. 3 territories? Now, these territories, I've categorized them as such. Category 1, they're aligned with Demon Lord, or aligned with the Demon Lord. They still believe that she is not dead. They believe that this is all some sort of trick. And, well, they wholeheartedly support her. If, for any reason they believe a heretic is in their midst, they will not fail to execute them by any means necessary. Category 2. The city, it's a free one. This is most likely our best bet. These cities fall under no real jurisdiction. They are quite simply a lot like our own hometowns. Peaceful but with a bit of crime. However, since this is Demontory, it is ramped up a bit more. It will seem like a violent cesspool to us, however to them it's perfectly normal. The city will be quite large. In fact, twice the size of the former human nation capital. Now, many of the humans do go to jump onto their feet. What? Now, Deku does go to look towards their direction, as he does cast Bloodlust. And all of them, they do immediately go to, well, take a step backwards before going back down to their knee. Category 3. These categorization of city is quite unique. And in fact, it's better than 2. Now, all of them do look around at each other. How can it be better than 2? These cities believe in the same story as the humans. Many of their species believe the story of the hero and the demon. And in this time, they believe that the prophecy will be fulfilled. Prophecy? They believe that with the execution of the Demon Lord, I will rise to take its place. Many different people paint the same symbols that are currently on my face or similar ones to theirs to try and claim to be me. However, there's problems. They're exactly seen as the heretics. And even then, walking around with dangerous symbols like mine, many different people, they do get problems. They're targeted and even assassinated at times. Meaning that with these symbols on my face, if they are proven to be real, word can spread like wildfire. We will immediately be compromised. So, as long as everyone is aware of that, do not say a word about my face. Do not say a word about the symbols on my face. And if anyone here does have questions, tell them now. Now, people immediately do go to raise their hands. Many of these questions are about this strange prophecy. And Deku does at least have somebody explain it. As a human does go to stand up and talk about this story. Now, the human who did go to stand up is from a holy church, as they were quite surprised knowing that this man knows of the prophecy himself. However, it does make sense. He's one of the idiots involved in it. That's my opinion, not his. Now, With that being said, many different people do ask more and more questions, since they're all kind of confused. If people are walking around with markings similar to his on his face, then why are they seen as a threat? Wouldn't only a demon lord know what those markings look like? Now, Deku, he does get to answer this question. The demon lord is not one for publicity like he is. The demon lord hides behind her men, and most of her bargainings are made that way. People have iterations of the symbols. However, he believes that these symbols are from former demon lords, not the current one. So his symbols themselves might actually be a new pattern that no one has seen before. Now, Deku, yeah, he answers all their questions. And you do actually have Tuska. She's watching him jump from different subject to different subject. What has he learned in these last 3 weeks? Or, well, this last month? Now, after the meeting is said and done, we actually have for Junto, he does get to talk to the captain. Their trip should take about 2 more days. And if everything is set up properly, they should be arriving at this location he's talking about. Now, Deku, he's quite pleased with all this information, as he does get to return to his quarters for the rest of the day. As we do currently have Tuska, who she did actually go to stop Junto before he did go to turn in for the rest of the day. She was quite curious. As he was about to enter his room, she did go to stop him, asking her lord for training. Right this moment? Yes, Lord Junto, if it wouldn't be too much of a... Alright. What? Last minute training. It's good. It's perfect. You can work off stress and, well, clear your mind. In fact, it actually might be what I need right now. Now, Tuska and Junto do go to leave, as they do set up in a room where there is a large mat and at least some swords they can use for practice. Now, with that, we actually will cut over, or at least back in time, with Todoroki. Now, I did leave this off and I actually forgot to mention it in the last part, but Todoroki and Hana, she's come to find him after these 3 years where he left the human nation. Now, she currently interrupted Todoroki and his party while they were eating a meal, since she did want to speak with him. Now, Todoroki, after explaining who this woman was, he does get to stand up, asking her what she would like to speak about, as she is going to grab his arm and say they need to speak outside. Now, we do currently have outside, where, yeah, Hana, as she used to be called, she's trying to ask Todoroki many questions. How did you get an angel's blessing? Or even become one? I thought you could only... Hana. Can I call you Hana? Yes. No. I mean, that name, it does not... That's not my name. As I said before, my name is Azyla. Okay, Azyla. It's a long story. I gained the favor of an angel. And, well, they cleansed me of my sins. Cleansed you? Yes. They made me a potion. And, well, they disappeared afterwards. I believe they've given me their power. Whatever they did to me, it was weird and strange, but I do feel a lot stronger. So, what are you then? Todoroki does try to think, as he does just tell her that he's an angelic hero. Now, she does look at him quite surprised, as he does get to have his wings pop out of his back. And Zyla does get to look up at them. Wow. Yeah, these were a gift. Part of the protection, I believe. So, does this mean that you've forgiven myself? No, not at all. I believe it's progress, however. I've learned to trust people. I've learned to care. I've learned to, well, forgive and let go of the past. I believe that this world's done me more good than it has evil, since I'm able to actually make a difference here. Free of, well, people who used to try to control me. Now, Todoroki, he knows what he does mean. However, he doesn't think that she knows that. She might think that the people who try to control him were the human king. But Todoroki's talking about his father and the hero society that was falling. Now, with that, we do have where he did go back inside, talking about how he can buy her a meal if she does wish to continue this conversation. Now, she did get to do that, as Todoroki's party would have learned of this woman. And well, it was quite interesting, since apparently this woman does know Todoroki, and apparently she is an adventurer. Now, Todoroki, he does hear some of these stories. She, well, sort of abandoned him, but at the same time he abandoned her. He knows deep in his heart that it's not her fault. She was forced into a different life. So was he. And when given the chance to return to her old one or continue her new one, she picked a different path. She wants to use her sword for good. He can sense that in her. Seeing her spirit does give him some hope. She has changed. She knows how to wield a sword properly now, apparently. And she does at least talk about a tale where she did go around healing some sick people, and even distributing medicine and protection. Now, she protected many different people and villages from attacks by not only bandits, but even strong magical creatures who did come out of the forest. Now, Todoroki, he does hear these stories, as we do actually currently have later that day at an inn, where Todoroki's lying in bed and thinking about everything. He's currently wondering about the past, how things may have changed. If he stayed at the church, what would have happened? He would start living a different life, become a priest? Maybe. But even then, that wouldn't really have worked. He has a duty to uphold. Take down that guy, and even the Demon Lord. However, the Demon Lord's already dead. So that's one target down. And he just needs to take out Junto. He's conflicted. And, well, there's even the look on his face, which Carly does go to point out, as she does bring her hand up and flick him on the nose. Todoroki bring up his right hand. Carly. Sorry, you just seem so lost in thoughts. Todoroki going to turn to her. I kind of was. So, what do you plan to do? Do about what? Well, your ex. Carly, she's not my ex. I explained things to you. You did. But even if those were fake memories or real. I'm curious to know what you do feel about it. Hmm. Well, my fake memories tell me that me and her grew closer. However, yeah, we were watched constantly. We had our moments where we seemed deeply in love, and even moments where we did seem like family. We squabbled, we fought, just like a married couple. However, in reality, she kept a leash on me. Hmm? A leash? Like a literal. No, no, no. Not like that. I mean, like, she was made to be a sadist. She enjoyed the suffering of others, and she was forced to do many things she didn't like, including watch over me 24/7 and torment me, beat me into submission, poison me, and, well, kick my ass to try and build my defenses, even throwing magical spells at me. Hmm? Okay, this sounds pretty bad. Yeah, she was basically to make sure the mind control on me didn't slip at all. If even the slightest little thing seemed off, or even her intuition seemed that it would slip at any time, I was immediately reprogrammed. Hmm? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't hate her for it. It wasn't her fault. I hate that bastard of a king. Hmm? You do? Yeah, but he's dead, so I don't really have the chance to kill him. I could if I could find out what resurrection magic can do, or even really how to obtain that skill. Resurrection magic? Yeah, Carly, I've thought about it before, but it's really a bit of a stretch. As far as I'm aware, it's considered to be a forbidden art. Hmm? Resurrection magic is a forbidden art? Yeah, because of exactly how dangerous it could be. No one, from really what I do understand, knows if a soul can come back, truly. Even if it is possible, I've read in some stories that have side effects of it. You've heard of the Tainted Warrior, correct? Hmm? That sounds familiar. Well, from what I understand, it was used to scare witches away from the idea of forbidden magic. It talked about something like, hmm, well, it's similar to Frankenstein's monster, kinda, but I don't think it's exactly the case. Frankenstein's what? Hmm? Oh, never mind. Think of it like a kid's story to scare you away from something, except it might actually be real. Hmm? Might be real? Yeah, that's the thing about it. I'm not really too sure. Now, Toroki does continue to think, as we do actually have the next few days. He does explore the town more, and go around the area. It's a nice place. The shops are great, the food is amazing, and he does even see that some of the technology that has been upgraded or even brought into this world, it's not actually too far off from what Deku could have made. Deku, he's made a few things, like stoves, ovens, and at least some primitive forms of microwave. It might not be too far off, but it just uses a bunch of magic crystals and some mana. From what he can tell, this technology, it's safer or even more reliable than back home. It's simpler and more effective. It's quite crazy. Now, we do actually have one day where Todoroki, he is currently sitting down at his shop to eat. As he's going to eat, you do actually have where he does go to look up from his bowl of ramen. And he does see Dominic, who he is currently eating a bowl of noodles while talking to the woman about something, as he does seem to be quite invested in the conversation. as that actually does happen, you do actually have where he does go to turn his head whenever he does see a familiar face walk through the door. However, you do actually have where confusion and surprise does strike across his face. He sees Princess Atoria, and, well, a friend of hers, he believes. If he's correct, that is a... what? An elf? No, it couldn't be. From what he understands, she's half of something else. Now, he knows that she's connected to Junto, and he does just stare at those two quite surprised. He can see the color of their souls. However, there's something strange. Their souls are both, well, light gray and dark gray. However, there's pure white in the middle, and he's quite confused. As he does just try to think, there's no way. Now, you do actually have where somebody just can walk up to Todoroki, as he's currently holding noodles up with some, well, I'd say a fork actually. Now, he does just stare off into space, as the person just wave their hand in front of him and he is going to drop his fork. Sorry. I'm a bit confused. Aren't you that guy who helped Lord Junto? Now, as those were just said, you actually were Dominic, he was going to turn his head. Todoroki? Shit. Now, Todoroki, he would go to stand up. As he does walk over and look at these two, before looking back to Dominic. Todoroki, I hardly recognized you. Forgive me, Lord Dominic. I've been a bit busy these last couple years. I'll say, your face. When did it heal up? Oh, that actually happened last year. Okay, that makes sense. But did you get it tended to, or... I did, yes. But, I have a few questions about what I'm seeing. What do you see, Todoroki? Uh, Never mind. No. He does go to walk away, quite quickly, as he's trying to just think. There's no way it's possible. There's no way it actually happened. This can't be right. His eyes must be playing tricks on him. Either those two are with child, or, well, there's another spirit inside their bodies. He doesn't understand how that does work. What does this really even mean? Now, he does head back to his hotel, where his party are currently staying. And they all do at least see that he's somehow shaken or disturbed by something. And he does want to keep it to himself, but he does at least explain that the princess, or a princess or someone he knows, he found out that they're recently pregnant. Now, you actually have where Eldrin, he does go to ask, is it yours? No. You know, I've never done that stuff. Oh, right. You have to be a pure boy, don't you? Fuck you. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Anyways, it just surprised me is all. Oh, so who was it? Was it that girl who... No. It wasn't her. But, well... I don't really even know if I should tell you all. Why not? Because if I tell you, the guy might actually try to kill me. Oh shit. Is that Junto guy? Ah, fuck. Oh shit, he's gonna have a kid. Well, kids. Did you see more than one? No. There was one soul per body, I believe. I don't know how that works. I've rarely seen pregnant woman around. Hmm? Well, I mean, yeah. Even then, this town's brand new. People, they want to earn plenty of money to live before they start having families. Yeah. Then again, so's that one chick Junto does know. Wait, he got two of them? Yeah? Well, this guy's certainly busy. Now, Todoroki, he's concerned. However, you do actually have about 1 week before the air balloon, or the large zeppelin, does go to leave. Where Deku, he does confront Todoroki. Him arriving at his hotel and even knocking on his door. As Todoroki, he does go to answer it, and Deku does go to see the man. How did you trust me? I know. So you know where I've been staying. Have you been keeping an eye on me or spying on me? No. Everyone knows where the hero stays. Okay, I might have to go to a different hotel. I'd recommend it. Anyways, I need to talk to you. Now, Deku does express to Todoroki. He's gonna leave next week. Or, well, sometime soon. Not next week. He's gonna be leaving sometime soon, and whenever that does happen, he wants Todoroki to stay in town. Why? I'm heading to the land of the demons. What? You know what happens if you go there. I have to stop you from. I know. Listen, you don't trust me. But if I become the demon lord, things could be better. You know I can't do that. Half my mission's already complete. I need to complete the other half. Why? Why do you have to do that? Because it might be the only way I get home. Todoroki, we both know that's not true. If it was possible to undo a summoning circle, it would have happened already. Someone would have found a spell. It would be common knowledge all over the kingdom. Like it or not, we're stuck here. For better or for worse. I can't just hold out on that belief. I know for a fact, for some evidence, summons can return home. And how old is that evidence? I don't know. It's not dated. It's carved into a wall somewhere underneath an ancient city. So? So I don't know. Well, Todoroki, I hope you consider this offer. I will pay for your hotel room and even some other things, if you do consider it. I don't need your money. I'm an adventurer. I have my own. Now, we do actually have where Carly does come walking up to the door, opening it further as Deku does going to turn his head. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize someone else was here. You're that Junto guy, right? Yes. Congratulations. On what exactly? Oh, um, never mind. Wait a minute. Deku going to look at Todoroki. You know, don't you? Hey, I saw those two the other day. Just, you're gonna. Yes. Now keep your mouth shut. Okay. I didn't plan to tell anyone, but they figured it out on themselves. I doubt that. Are you saying they're stupid? No, I'm not. I'm saying you clearly gave them hints. Don't tell them that those three are pregnant. 3? Fuck. I only knew about the 2, but who's the third? None of your business. Anyways, that's why I need you to stay in town. Protect everyone here and protect my family. You seriously can't be asking me to do this. Todoroki, like it or not. Well, I'm going. I'm begging you. Please. Todoroki, he's not joking, is he? He's actually asking for help. I can see that. Now, Deku does turn to Carly. You must be his, well, wife? Oh, no, no, no. Not really that, but we are close. Okay, well, how about I make you an offer? You can train with the older members of the Black Wolf clan. Many of them might be, well, past their primes, but they're still at least in physical enough condition to train and even teach magic. Wait, really? How old are they? Well, I'd say old enough to be anyone's parent, really, if you're an adult. Oh, wow. Yeah. Some are even older than that, but they're, well, a bit more, you know, hmm, lazy? I was gonna say more like they want to take it easy in their old age, but that does work too. Now, Carly, she's jumping at this offer. She can learn so much from the masters of black magic. And she does look directly at Todoroki, giving him puppy dog eyes. And he does just take in a deep breath and somewhat sigh. This would be a good chance to get to learn more. However, at the same time, he's concerned. This guy's gonna do what? Start a war? Kill demons? Become the demon lord? Yeah, that's not good. Now, he does just think, however, he has to kill Deku to return home, doesn't he? He return home. Home. Hmm. Those words feel different in his mouth now. Anyways, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.